My name is Chris Tancock, and I'll be taking you through a few tips and tricks this afternoon on how to get the most out of your publications or new article. So when it comes to sharing and promoting your work, obviously conferencing is going to be a great opportunity for networking and collaboration. It's always important, though, to first do your homework, to take a look in advance at the program, to see who's going to be attending, to see which sessions you'd like to go to, whom you'd like to meet. And if there are people like that, then make sure you contact them in advance, send them links of your research, make sure that you sort of outline why it is you want to talk to them. Connect with other researchers then on things like Facebook and LinkedIn and Mendeley and whatever. You can do it to your website. You can share your blogs or share links to your published research. And then when you're actually physically at an event, make sure you have business cards and links to things that you can give out to people that, again, will direct them through to the work that you've done. And finally, if you're going to be creating a poster for conference, perhaps something accompanied by flyers, make sure that you also mirror that on your website as well. Then if you think you have a bit of research, a bit of work which you think might create something of a media buzz, there are a few things you can do there too. First of all, if you want journalists and media outlets and even the general public to pick up on your published paper, it can help to have a brief statement prepared which kind of explains the significance of your research and its key outcomes in simple language. And this is something we'll look at in a bit more detail later on. So this statement can be used as a basis for press releases. You can share it on social media or on other channels that are relevant for you and your field. And then most institutions nowadays have PR and sort of public relations departments, media offices, press offices, whatever. And therefore, if you have something that you think will be worthy of sharing, get in touch with them, see what they can do to help you create a little bit of promotion around your paper. And publishers like Elsevier also have often their own press and PR kind of channel. So if you think, again, that your article deserves some sort of recognition and highlighting, then get in touch with your editor, get in touch with the publisher to think to see what they could do to help you there. Just a quick note as well, any questions on this, by all means, pop them into the chat and the Q&A, and we'll come back at the end and deal with all of those. But very happy to take questions, so do jot anything down if you're thinking of something. So I mentioned earlier on that the importance of having potentially a statement, a research statement, which can help the media and the general public to understand what it is you've done, why they should read about it. So another tool that can help maximize the impact of your work is what we call a lay summary. A lay summary is an efficient way of conveying the essence of your article briefly and clearly. And the point is that it's done in a manner that anyone, relatively speaking, even a non-specialist, somebody who's not an expert in the area in which you're working, anyone can understand. So writing such summaries, distilling them into work which is portable, if you like, into a form which is maximally accessible, can really be very beneficial for your output. And your society, your interactions with society at large. So among other things, like we saw on the previous slide, lay summaries would be great to use in press releases, or if you're communicating with journalists or the general public. And what I suggest is that you challenge yourself for every piece of work that you do to write a lay summary, to try them out on a friend or colleague who's not an expert in the work that you're doing, even on family members, to see if you're getting the balance right. So I always think about it as trying to explain what you do to an elderly family member. If you can make them understand, then you've really cracked it. And a few of our journals publish lay summaries. You can see some of them showing up on screen now. And you can see they don't have to be particularly long, maybe 100 words, 200 words. But the idea is that they're written in such a way that means anybody can get to grips with exactly what you've done, what was exciting about it, and what were the take-home points. And again, last picture you can see there is from an article I wrote a few years ago, which is essentially a primer on how to publish, how to write and publish lay summaries. So check that out again. If you Google that in a nutshell, it's also in the further reading list at the end. So have a look at that. And as I said, try to get into the habit of writing a lay summary for everything you do. So in addition to tools like visual abstracts, lay summaries, research statements. You can also take advantage of different publisher-driven mechanisms for driving traffic to your research. So various publishers will easily allow you to share your article. We've got a system for this, a service for this called Share Links, for example. And a share link is basically a customized link that all of our authors get for their newly published articles on Science Direct. The links provide 50 days free access to the article, after which the usual access rules apply. And basically anybody clicking on that link within that 50-day period will be taken directly to the article, no kind of registration, no logins required. And so they're a great way of sharing articles via email, via social media, and kind of really creating that buzz in the early days of publication. And to share some statistics on sharing now, on share links, we saw that in 2018, around about 1.3 million share links were shared by authors and co-authors. But by 2022, that figure jumped up to almost 3.5 million. And for what we've seen, around about 2/3 of the usage of the operation of these share links is happening on the social media sphere. So basically, publish your article, use your share link on LinkedIn or on Facebook or on Mendeley or whatever, and again drive that article, get some people going to using and viewing and sharing the article themselves. Okay.